is I got to move this from here because that's not going to work. And we have our up hit, we have our down hit, and we have our back hit. I don't know why I had that in there because I still have this and it's doing what it's supposed to. So I'm gonna just delete that from there, and we're supposed to work on the double shot. All right. So let's go here. Prefabs, boost, double shot. We have that, and that's boost DS. So what I need to do okay, we're going to create a bool. And it's double shot on and off. So we're instantiating our projectile. And what we're going to do here is we have to create positions for it to fire from, and then give it, and then be able to tell it to turn on and off. So what we're going to do is key code space. So I need it here. So what we're going to do is if all of this so what we're going to do is if double shot on and off is false, we do all of this. Normal shot. Now, after I have this, what I need to do is I'm going to grab all of this, and what we're going to do, we're going to name that true. And then we have the rotation of our projectile isn't going to change. The clone isn't going to change. But what we have to do is tell it where to fire from, which we're going to have to do with this anyway, so it's just not firing in the center of the player. So we have this here. We have the player. We have the center. And I can tell it to do it via a empty game object. And I can do it that way, or I could define that position. So probably the well, I don't want anything parented to the player, so I'm not going to do that. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and define the first position, which is this normal shot, which will be, I'm just going to do it in here. and that's going to be a vector 3 projectile pos normal is equal to a new vector 3, and it's transform dot position dot x transform dot position dot y transform dot position dot z. We're going to create a new variable float projectile offset, and let's say this is 3. It might be too much, and then we're just going to add that to our transform position dot x. Now for the double shot, let's say we have it fire from this position here, which is, that's 0.47. So we'll say negative 4, negative 0.4, negative and positive 0.4. And then this is what we're going to do. CO1, and that's 0.4. And I've forgotten one thing, 2, negative 0.4. I also need to drop this. And my position pos normal, where we have the instantiation for it, we're going to replace this with our new projectile position. Now, what we're going to do is we need to create 2 new vector 3 positions. We already created the offsets for them, and I'm just going to do 1 and 2. And what I'm going to do is where we have, actually I might keep the offset for that. Well, where I have Z, I'm going to put in my new Z position 1 and Z position 2. Yes. Now the rotation's right there. Oh. There we go. And projectile offset, because that's, I declared that in there, so I'm just going to move this out and just put it into right before we do anything. Now, so we have this here, and what I am going to do is now I have to kind of duplicate all of this. So, I'm sorry, not here. I have to duplicate all of this. So I have to instantiate it. So I need to create another clone. and we're going to name this clone 01 and clone 02. And then for clone 1, we do that. And then also for clone 02. And then we got to do the same thing. Your 01, add force. Your 02, add force. Your 01, rigid body, velocity. Your 02, rigid body, velocity. And now what I need to do is we got to instantiate it, so we need to get in our new positions. So we have our position 1, and we have our position 2. And now we need to tell it what to do if it gets the double shot. So I need to go to my transform, my trigger. Where is it? There we go. And so what we're going to do I just realized I missed doing something. We got all of this in here, but I never stopped. Yeah, I need to look at that for a second. But what we're going to do if other dot tag is equal to boost DS. Then what we're going to do is turn on the double shot. And then what we're going to do is other dot game object. I'm sorry, we're just going to destroy the other game. Destroy other dot game object. There we go. So I'm firing, and I'm firing 2 now. And so it's firing now. But what I like to do is I like to have it fire like a Gatling gun. I like to have it go from one side to the other side, from one side to the other side. So, but before we do that, we also need to set what happens when you die, because when it plays, when you die, I want you to go back to your normal state. It adds. You're rewarded for doing well. You're penalized for doing poorly. And what we're just going to do, once this is all said and done, and let's say we're in an invincible state, the double shot is reset and it's false again. Oh yeah, I already have that. And Also, what I want to do here is I'm going to take this out, my Boost DS from here. And I only want you to be able to get this if we're in a playing state. So I'm just going to add some space here, put that in there, and I'm missing my beginning, my start region. There we go. And to get it to kind of go like a, from one side to the other side, we'll create another bool. Right, left, on, off. And this is what we're going to do. So every time we hit this, we're going to create a switch. It's not equal to right, left. And we're still going to leave these as is, but what's going to happen is we're just going to kind of group all of this code together so we get all the clone 1 stuff together. And then we get all the clone 2 stuff together. And then what we do is say if left, right, and let's say if this is false, we're on the other side. And then let's say if this is true, we're on the opposite side. And we hit build. So every time we press the space bar, if it's positive, it's false. If it's false, it's positive. Then we got our normal shot. Okay. Oh, that's right, because I'm invincible right now. Let's change this to playing. And now we're vulnerable, so I actually have to play. And let's see what is going on here, because it was just working. Boost DS. And I am in health, I believe. Playing. So I'm just going to put this up here. And my trigger's on. It has that. What is going on here? And they're tagged as Boost DS. So I'm going to backtrack. Take that out of there for right now. And just to see if we can get it working. There we go. And you can see it's firing from alternate sides. And there we go. What I have to figure out is, well, what I can do if other tag is boost and we're still playing. So now I'm going to just put it in there, just keep it separate. And then we should be able to do that as well. And I'm going to do one test, and I'm going to let you guys go on break. And it's working.